Hi everybody, welcome to Racing English. Let's get started. Last weekend was the NASCAR Sprint Cup race at Martinsville, and Kyle Busch got the win, which was interestingly his first Sprint Cup win at Martinsville, considering he's arguably the best driver on short tracks. He led, I think it was 350 out of 500 laps. It was really a dominating performance for him and his team. And it was a very good day for the underdogs. I mean, AJ Allmendinger, Kyle Larson, Austin Dillon, and Brian Vickers all had their best finishes of the season, finishing 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 7th, respectively. It was particularly a very good day for Allmendinger, who once again had a strong run at Martinsville, tied his best ever oval finish, which was at Martinsville, with a 2nd place finish. But I think once he kind of expands his skill set, because at the moment he's kind of a one-trick pony. He's arguably the best driver on road courses, and he's very fast at Martinsville. But once he and the team start working together better on the bigger tracks, like a mile and a half, which make up most of the schedule, so you have to run well there if you have any hopes of running for a championship, I think they'll be very strong. The next race is at Texas Motor Speedway on the 9th of April, and I expect Jimmie Johnson to win, for a number of reasons. First off, he's been very strong this year. He's shown that if he's anywhere inside the top 5 at the end of the race, he can have a shot to win the race. And also, he's won the last 3 races at Texas Motor Speedway, and I believe 5 out of the last 7, something ridiculous like that. That's really been one of his best, probably one of his best tracks as of late. And the last weekend was the Bahrain Grand Prix, and Nico Rosberg, he exceeded my expectations. He capitalized on his momentum and stole another win from Hamilton. Although I think Hamilton he kind of got screwed by Bottas hitting him. He not only did he lose all his track position, but as Toto Wolff said, his car was a second a lap slower. So it was really a damage control day for Lewis Hamilton. I expect him to be stronger in the next few races, but at the moment, Nico Rosberg has the momentum. And Haas finished 5th place with Romain Grosjean. It was a spectacular run, and also if you consider Esteban Gutierrez retired early in the race, but before he had a mechanical failure, he was running in 7th. So the Haas team is very, very strong. I think they sit 4th in the constructors' standings. Grosjean's 3rd or 4th as well. They're in a very good spot, and I would not be surprised to see them on the podium anytime in the near future. Also, Stoffel Vandoorne had to replace Fernando Alonso because Alonso had that huge crash in Australia where he broke his rib, and Stoffel Vandoorne had to replace him and outqualified Jenson Button on debut, and also scored McLaren's first points of the year. Not necessarily surprising, he's last year's GP2 champ, but it was a really strong run nonetheless. The next race is in China on April 17th, and normally I'd expect Lewis Hamilton to win there, but because he's been so strong at China, but lately Nico Rosberg's had so much momentum, I would not be surprised to see him win the race. And last weekend, the IndyCar Series raced at Phoenix, and Scott Dixon won. It wasn't a very good race. It seems like IndyCar is in exactly the wrong spot for their downforce on the short ovals. It's just enough downforce to where they can't get close enough to pass, and there's not enough grip so they can't stay close to other cars. Honestly, I think if they just used the super speedway wings on the short ovals, the races would be a lot more exciting. And interesting, one of the main things I took away from the race was Max Chilton. He finished 17th at St. Pete in the first road course race of the year, and he finished 7th at Phoenix, quite interestingly. Most people expect him to be a road course ace, and he had a very strong run on the oval. And the next race is at Long Beach on April 17th. I'd expect the Penske cars to be strong there. They've been the fastest on the road course and the oval, and Juan Pablo Montoya is as fast as anybody right now, so he's my pick to win. And one last series was the NASCAR Truck Series. They ran at Martinsville as well. Not surprisingly, Kyle Busch won. He had the weekend sweep, it was kind of a wreck fest, so he was able to get out. He was able to get out front and just hold his track position. And also, another takeaway from this race was John Hunter Nemechek has established himself, in my mind, as the championship favorite. Last 2 races, he's been the top Truck Series regular, and it'll be interesting to see if they can, because I know they're a smaller team, but if they can keep up their development and keep putting fast trucks on the racetrack, he will be very tough to beat in this championship when it comes down to it at Homestead. The next race is in Kansas on May 6th. That's the one thing I don't like about the Truck Series schedule. They really don't get going until we get to the summer. I mean, they had a race in Daytona in February, the Martinsville in April, and now the next race is in May. I think they need a few more races, but that's just my opinion. I expect Matt Crafton to win because he's been so strong on 1.5 miles as of late, and I think it's about time he got his season on track after getting, I think he got taken out in Daytona, then he got taken out in Atlanta, and then at Martinsville he got shuffled back in the pack and then was just in the middle of the scrum and couldn't get out front. Thank you very much for watching, and please like and subscribe.